Are you looking to move to the Austin area, but you really don't know where to start? Stay tuned because we're going to go through the best places to live in the Austin area. What's going on, and welcome to the Living in Austin channel. My name is James. I work with the Lone Wolf Realty Group, and today we're going to go over the top 5 best places to live in Austin, Texas. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, before we get started, we want to tell you a little bit about why these communities are on this list. So we went to niche.com, which if you never looked through that, it's a great way to rate schools, rate jobs, areas, that kind of stuff. And you can actually type in, best places to live, right? And it's going to throw in a bunch of different factors. You can see the list here, right? Schools, housing, diversity, outdoor activities, recreational activities, relation to amenities, all that kind of stuff. Puts it into an algorithm and then spits out what it believes is the best place to live. So as we're going through it, keep that in mind, right? This is generated from niche.com. It's not my own perspective. I'll actually, have my own communities that I'm going to give, a little bit of a subjective list at the end. So stick around for that. But really, this is what consumers go in, they rate these areas based on these different factors. And that's how we got it, right? So we're really looking at schools, jobs, diversity, outdoor activities, that kind of stuff whenever we're talking about these communities. So just keep that in mind. Hey there, and thanks for tuning in to the Living in Austin channel. If you're new here, this channel is really all about what it's like living in Austin, Texas, right? The up, the down, left, and the right. Really everything you need to know to make an informed decision when moving to the Austin area. If you're coming back for another video, we just want to say thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button so that way anybody else looking for information like this or thinking about making the same kind of move can find this information a little bit easier. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so that way anytime we upload a new video, you get a ping and you can actually come in and check it out at the very beginning. My name is James. I'm a real estate agent here in the Austin, Texas. And look, we get a ton of people that reach out to us, whether it's text or email or call, comments in the section, asking us questions, asking us for advice, stuff like that. And we love it. And that's the reason that we're here to do this. We want to be able to help people make the right decisions with their lives because it's a big deal, right? So if that's you, if you are looking to make a move or at least fleshing out the idea, do us a favor, reach out to us. That way we can help you whatever format is necessary, right? Whether it's, we have a link below if you want to go in there, if you want to leave a comment, if you want to shoot us an email, we'll be sure to attach all of our contact information here. So that way you can get in touch with us, but that's the main goal, right? If you reach out to us, we're able to help you, and that's what we're here to do. So thanks for sticking around for the video. We're going to keep going. Thank you. All right, so in the number 1 spot for best places to live in Austin, Texas, we have the suburb of Brushy Creek. So if you look at the map here, you can see that it is west of Round Rock, pretty much smack dab in between Round Rock and Cedar Park. 2 very prominent areas here in Austin, but Brushy Creek itself was highly rated by the people who live there, and that's how it got on this list. So if we dive a little bit into what people said about Brushy Creek, it was an A+ for the public schools, A- in housing, A+ in good for families, A in jobs, A in diversity, and A in health and fitness. So because it has an overall grade of A+ and was highly rated, that's why it got number 1 on this list, right? People who live there said a lot of really good things about it, a lot of good stuff about the schools and the diversity, the work opportunity, that kind of stuff. And so that's why it got number 1 on this list. I've sold a few homes to some people who live there, and I've also helped some people sell their homes there. It's a highly desirable area. It's kind of old Austin. It's been around for quite some time, even though it's not really on the map just yet. It's not necessarily its own community, but if you ask anybody who's lived in Austin for a really long time, they know where Brushy Creek is. It's a nice area. The median price point is going to be a little bit higher there than most places because, it is bigger properties, which is another good thing about it, right? A lot of those properties tend to have a little bit larger lots and can, also have some larger homes on it. So overall, it has an A+, and so that's why it is number 1 on our list for best places to live in Austin. So number 2 on our list is Hyde Park. Now, Hyde Park is a very popular area here in Austin. As you can see on the map, it is very centrally located just north of downtown and the campus area. So very, very prime location here. And that's one of the main reasons that it is, so high on our list. So if we go ahead and take a look at what people said about Hyde Park, we do have an A in public schools. It was a C+ in housing. And also, if you look a little bit lower, it does have a C in the cost of living. it is very close to downtown, and so that does bring a pretty high price when it comes to affording both to live there and to actually afford the house itself. It is very good for families, got an A there. It is B+ for jobs, again, very centrally located, B+ and outdoor activities. There's a golf course close by, lots of green belts, has an A+ in nightlife. Again, really close to downtown and really close to the campus area, so lots of stuff to do. A+ in health and fitness, and again, an A+ in commute. Very centrally located, pretty much the smack dab center of Austin, right in the heart of where everything is going on. It's a great place to be, especially if you want to, be active and to do stuff or if you work somewhere, close in the center of Austin. So yeah, so number 2 on our list is Hyde Park. Great area, very well renowned, and lots of stuff to do in that area, so be sure to check that out. All right, so coming up at number 3 in best places to live in Austin, Texas, we have the neighborhood of Shady Hollow. So if we look at the map, you can see that we are south of downtown, about 10 or 15 miles south of there, and it is closer to Mopac than it is I-35. Still a great location, still close to the 45 toll as well. So if you are traveling to and from work, you do have 2 major roadways close to you, but it was actually nominated as one of the best places to buy a house in Austin, Texas. So that's why it got so high on our list. So if we dive a little bit deeper into what people said about Shady Hollow, we have an A in public schools, A in housing, A+ for families, A+ in jobs, a B+ for cost of living, B in outdoor activities, C+ in nightlife. It is a little bit further away from downtown and from the hustle and bustle, although kind of the Menchaca area, which is just a few minutes away, maybe 5 miles or so, that, kind of little recreational district is ramping up. They got a few new bars there, so it's getting better, but as of now, we do have a C+ for the nightlife, B+ in diversity, B+ for weather, and A- in health and fitness, a few gyms down there in that area. So overall, Shady Hollow is a great area. It's kind of getting into the lower southwest side of Austin, really getting into that hill country feel. You get into the rolling hills and the cedar trees, big oak trees, big expansive views. So that's why a lot of people like this area. Now it is still south, and so we do have a lot of folks who are between Kyle and Buda and all the way down to San Antonio who want to stay on that I-35 corridor. So being south of, the big meat of Austin is a pro for a lot of people. A lot of people have family in that area, and a lot of people like to be able to shoot out into the hill country, whether they want to get away or, go swimming, go to the river, go hunt and fish, do whatever they want to do. Being in that southwest side really puts you that where you have a quick track out there into Shady Hollow. So number 3 on our list was Shady Hollow. Be sure to check that area out if you are looking to move to Austin. All right, so number 4 on our list for best place to live in Austin, Texas is going to be Upper Boggy Creek. So again, we have another very centrally located area. If you look at the map, you can see that we are just east of I-35, but still very central Austin, very close to downtown, very close to the central business district of our city. And so with that, of course, we have a very highly rated place and a place where a lot of people want to be. So if we dig a little bit deeper into what folks said about Upper Brushy Creek, of course, it was an A in public schools. We did have a B- in housing and a C in cost of living. Again, closer to Austin, you're definitely going to have a higher cost to actually purchase a home, as well as, the overall cost of what it is like to live there, right? Food cost, entertainment, that kind of stuff. It was A for good for families. It was an A- for jobs, a B+ in outdoor activities. It is still, very central located, close to a golf course, and definitely some outdoor stuff. It had an A+ in nightlife. A lot of folks love to go out in East Austin. A lot of people have a lot of good times out there. So we did get an A+ for nightlife, A in diversity, A in health and fitness, and of course, being so central, we definitely have an A+ in commute. So again, if you're looking for somewhere that is still close to the very center of Austin or center of downtown, this could be an option, but still a little bit further away, or maybe you get a little bit of blend between suburban and urban area. A lot of folks consider this kind of the urban East Austin. So if you hear that term, they could be talking about Upper Brushy Creek. So yeah, if you are, thinking about something that's close to the center, but maybe not quite the center, this may be a good alternative. All right, so rounding out our top 5 best places to live in Austin is a little pocket called Old West Austin. Now I know it says West, again, it also has the word old. So at some point this would have been, the most west of Austin it was. But as we can see here on the map, it is very, very centrally located right in the very bottom pocket of downtown. And so it's very historic, has a lot of older properties, a lot of historic properties, and a lot of good stories there. And also it's very close to everything that is fun to do here in Austin. Zilker Park, downtown, the lake, you name it. You're gonna be really kind of in the center of everything, and that's why we had to make sure that this one got on the list. So let's go ahead and dive in a little bit to what people said about Old West Austin. So you can see we have an A in public schools. We do have a C+ in housing and a C- in cost of living. Again, we're very close to downtown. So not only are home prices gonna be high, but also of course the cost of living, right? The food, the grocery, food and drink, entertainment, that kind of stuff. It comes with the territory. Again, you're being as close to the main parts of Austin as you can get. So with that, of course, that's gonna come at a premium. We do have an A in good for families, B+ in jobs, and B+ in outdoor activities, A+ in nightlife, A+ in health and fitness, and of course A+ in commute, right? Very, very centrally located to all things. Like I said, it's very close to Zilker Park and Barton Creek. So again, lots of stuff to do there. Very nice area, and it's got a lot of history behind a lot of cool stories. So it's definitely a place that's good to even visit, right? Even if you're not gonna think about moving there, it's good to visit. A lot of cool stuff to see and a lot of good stuff to experience. So thank you for sticking around for our top 5. Again, these are all based off of niche.com. So it's other folks who live in those areas. They come in, they write a review, and that's how these different places get ranked. You can go and actually type it in, right? Niche.com. And do all kinds of searches, whether that's best school districts, best neighborhoods, best areas, whatever it is. They have a lot of, it's consumer information, right? It's all consumer based. It's people leaving reviews. So hear what other people say. Thank you. All right, so we gave you the top 5 best places to live in Austin according to niche.com, but of course, there's always some personal bias, especially when it comes to real estate. So I just want to give you my quick top 5 areas that if I were looking to move here, what areas that I would want to be in. Again, totally subjective, my own personal preferences, so take that with a grain of salt, but we still want to talk about these places because they are really great areas, and I think they have a lot of good stuff to offer. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We have the very well-renowned and very well-known Zilker area, neighborhood, whatever you want to call it, right? Just called Zilker. And the reason that it's called that is because it's pretty much adjacent to Zilker Park. This is where ACL comes, once a year, every year, that's Austin city limits, right in the heart of, kind of the lower South Austin area. You can see on the map, it's not all the way south of 290, which is our east-west highway. So it is just south of the river, but again, very close to downtown, very close to all the major employers. Really nice area, and this is kind of the very beginning of where you get to see the hills as you head west of Austin. A lot of these homes do sit on a hill, so maybe it comes with a great view, or you have some nice shade or some very private areas, right? Because you have the hill country, because you have the variance of topography, a lot of people like this area. And my own little, nickname for it is kind of the Beverly Hills of Austin, Texas, right? Very, very nice homes, very much so luxury homes in that area. And of course, that's why I'm in real estate, right? I want to get to where I have one of those homes myself. Beautiful area, beautiful homes. And again, it's very central located and just a really great place to be. My number 2 would be the South Congress area. So you can see on the map, again, we're just south of downtown, south of the river, and this kind of straddles South Congress Street. So we have 2 separate areas. Really, one is called Bolden or Bolden Acres. The other one is called Travis Heights, right? So these are 2 different areas that kind of straddle South Congress, which is South Congress Avenue. It is my favorite place to go out. Me and my girlfriend go there. We love to go out to eat, go get a drink. It's got great shopping. Again, it's very close to downtown. So you can go there, you can do a little pregame, have dinner, and then work your way into downtown if you want to go out for the night. Again, beautiful homes, but it also has some historic there too, right? I love a story. I love an area that has meaning, and being on South Congress, being, straight directly to where you can get to the capital of the state of Texas. I think that's very cool. Again, it's a great area, and so that's why it was number 2 on my list. So number 3 on my list is the Mueller area. As you can see here, we do have the map showing where Mueller is. Centrally located, it is on the east side of 35, but it's a great area, and they have a ton of new developments, mixed-use developments. And so what I mean by that, on the very bottom floor, you're going to have restaurants and shopping, and associated businesses. And on top of that, you're going to have residences, right? So you have, a high density of population, but still a ton of stuff to do, and everything's still pretty spread out, but it's a massive developed community that we call Mueller. Again, it's centrally on the east side, very well renowned. A lot of people like to be in that area. If you're living in Austin and you're going down the east side, odds are people are from Mueller, they live in Mueller, and they love it and they rave about it. It's got a great farmer's market, great city park. Again, just another really good area in Austin. That's why it was number 3 on my list. So number 4, again, this is my personal list, is Barton Creek. Very, very nice area. Again, a little bit deeper into the southwest. As you can see, we're kind of southwest of Austin, moving into the hill country. Another very luxury area, a lot of really nice homes, a lot of good golf course views, and some really good golf courses there. And it also, is connected to Barton Creek, and Barton Creek is a great green belt. Lots to do outside, a lot of trails in that area. So that's, one reason that it is on there. But also, I love feeling like I'm in the country or feeling like I'm on a big ranch, where I'm just out in the wild. And a lot of those properties offer either backup to a green belt, or there's even some few acre properties or few acre lots where you can actually have some of that greenness on your own property. So that's a big deal for me. That's why I think it's a great place to be, and that's why it was number 4 on my list. And number 5 is going to be Oak Hill. So if you can look at the map, you can see that again we are southwest of Austin. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit biased towards South Austin. It's where I've lived since I've been here. It's where I feel the most at home. It's where I feel the most familiar. So that's why most of my top ones are on the south side. But again, we're southwest of Austin in that kind of Y area where 290 splits into Highway 71 and then Highway 290. This area feels closest to where I come from, which is Victoria, Texas. Smaller town, homes are a little bit more spread out, lots are a little bit bigger, homes are a little bit older. I feel like they have a little bit more character. Again, personal preference. I love being, again, southwest, getting into the hill country, some great views there. There's great eating, there's great activities to do outside. Definitely some good gyms in the area, and just overall still a quick shot right into downtown, only maybe 10 or 15 minutes if you do want to go into the city. So yeah, so that's my top 5 personal ones. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope you come check us out again soon. All right, so before we let you go, we just want to say thank you one more time for coming and checking out the Living in Austin, Texas again. My name is James. I'm a real estate agent with the Lone Wolf Realty Group here in Austin, Texas. And like I said before, we're really here to help you out. So do whatever it takes. Reach out to us if you are considering making a move or just want to have a conversation about what that would look like. Feel free to reach out to us. Again, we're going to have our contact information here. We'll also put a link below if you just want to go ahead and schedule a one-on-one with us, right? Get down to the nuts and bolts of everything and really start fleshing out the plan. So we look forward to hearing from you, and thank you so much.